Chapter 1. There we can see the creator of the universe in the middle of a battlefield. He is the Star King Dragon Veldanava. He created many things during his life, but even after everything, he never reached his ultimate goal, a peaceful world. Even so, he moved forward and made his own family with 3 siblings, a wife, and even a daughter. But all this had a price. He sacrificed his power for it. And now, he is going to die betrayed by the human he created. After losing the last remnant of his power for his daughter, he can only wait for death and finally join his wife. But at the last moment, regret filled his heart as the purpose of his life was never achieved. He did everything to create this peaceful world, but it remained unfinished. So with his last will and power, he created a new true dragon. And like this, a little dragon appeared on the battlefield, surrounded by blood and destruction. Seeing the little dragon sleeping, Veldanava smiled and made up his mind. Veldanava, your name will be Rimuru. I count on you to make my dream come true. I thought I wouldn't be able to see it. The baby dragon's body then shone as he opened his yellow eyes. He was so cute that even Veldanava felt his cold heart warm before closing his eyes for the last time. Sensing his creator dying, the baby dragon felt sad, leading him to awaken his emotions. The next moment, he started to cry, letting his power go on a rampage. Even if he was a newborn, his power was already out of reach for the logic of this world. He was the youngest true dragon, inheriting a bottomless potential. His cry turned the battlefield into horror. A storm formed, destroying everything around. Lightning roared worldwide, and the weather became chaotic with flames and ice, turning everything into destruction. This lasted 1 hour, as the little dragon was still a newborn with limited stamina, but still, these single hours of massive destruction marked history, and were later called the Wrath of God. At the same time, 3 dragons were flying toward the same battlefield. They sensed the energy of the Star King disappearing and were now worried. But when they arrived, they were shocked by the scene. The whole battlefield was in rubble. Many kingdoms near them got destroyed, and nothing was spared. More than half of the continent got destroyed. And in the middle of all this was a baby dragon sleeping peacefully like nothing happened. However, he still has some tears falling out of his eyes as his aura slowly dissipates. Pov. I just felt the energy of Big Brother slowly decrease until it totally disappeared, and then the whole world got exposed to a violent storm. At first, I thought it was Valdor, but the energy released was far too strong and uncontrolled, so I quickly made my way there. Before Veldanava's death, he created one final true dragon, the most powerful one that he could make, into his successor, after making the person he named Rimuru. And to say I was surprised is an understatement. Everything was destroyed, and the most shocking thing was that a baby dragon was sleeping in the middle of a crater. At the same time, Velgrand and Valdor arrived. I ignored them and went to the baby dragon. I can barely sense his aura. But it's definitively him who destroyed everything. I also can't feel the Big Brother aura. Does that mean he died? No, this can't be. He is the strongest. No one can beat him normally. I cringed at my thought and took the baby in my arms. He is rather cute, huh? Velgrand. Who is this little one? Velsard. I don't know. I gently patted his head as he gave me some purring. I also saw Valdor back away. TCH, our brother disappeared, and you still want to run away. Velgrand. It seems he is a true dragon. Velsard. Yes, but where is Veldanava? Velgrand. I can't sense him at all. Seeing other solutions, I was about to use my skill, but we were suddenly interrupted by the voice of the world. VOTW. Announce. The Star King Dragon Veldanava is now dead, as is the birth of the new true dragon Rimuru. My body froze, and my anger immediately grew to an unimaginable level. My brother is dead. This can't be possible. Out of anger, I let out my aura, freezing everything around me. The same happened for Velgrand and Valdor. But then the baby started to cry, which made me stop everything as he nuzzled his head in my stomach. Immediately, my anger was replaced by a warm feeling. This little one calmed me. I smiled and patted his head. Velsard. Yoshi, everything is fine. Unfortunately, this didn't stop him. He continued to cry. Why? Does he need something? But then I noticed my other siblings were still releasing their aura. Velsard. You two stop before, or I'll re-educate you. Velgrand Pov. I looked at my sister weirdly and asked, why is her expression so soft? Our brother just died. I was about to yell at her, but this is when I saw the baby sleeping in her arms. My heart tightened a little as he moved slowly to find a good position. Too cute. Is this what Veldanava wanted? Did he want us to raise this child? But is he his son? And a new brother of Melon? No, it was announced that he is a new true dragon, not a subspecies. He is a new sibling. As I got immersed in my thoughts, the baby woke up with a small yawn. He looked at us and tilted his head. Does he understand us? And what's up with the cute face? Velsard. Hello, can you speak? He shook his head lightly, indicating a negative answer. He was just born not long ago, so it's normal. But he can already understand us. It's impressive, I guess. He then suddenly jumped on the ground, leaving Velsard confused, and walked toward me. Velgrand. What do you want? Honestly, I don't want to deal with a new sibling. So I intended to ignore him, but then he tilted his head and jumped into my arm. Eh? He then gave me a puppy look as I felt my heart being pierced by an arrow. Immediately after, he closed his eyes and started to fall asleep. What in the world is happening? But he does look cute. Velzard. So our new younger brother's favorite is you. Why can I feel a cold aura forming around Velzard? But I didn't do anything. Well, I can't say I don't like the feeling of holding him. At the same time, Valdora gave me an envious look. Velzard seems to notice too. Valgrand. Don't even think about approaching him. Valdora. But. Velzard. Shut up, I don't want another new brother to be like you. He looked down and probably wanted to cry. Even after our wonderful teaching, he still acts like a child. Alright, I made up my mind. I will, for sure, make this little boy a strong and smart man. Valgrand. I'll take care of him. I was about to leave, but then a hand squeezed my shoulder. Velzard. Valgrand-chan, I'm the elder sister, so I will take care of him. We glared at each other. She has the same thought as me, huh? But this kid is too precious, and I want to raise him. Valdora. Mabe. Velzard and Valgrand. Shut up. Dirt Pov. At this moment, a new war started, and the land around got frozen and burned to the point that it became uninhabitable. The Rimuru destroyed everything. Velzard and Valgrand were finishing the job. The fight lasted 3 days. Valgrand and Velzard were fighting like two overprotective mothers, while Valdora just ran away after trying to take the baby, only to meet two murderous glares. In the end, the baby started to cry because of the noise generated by the dragon's sister. They then decided that they would each take care of him in turn. They will start with Velzard the first week, and then he will go to Valgrand the second. Along with that, a last rule states that Rimuru can choose who stays in the future. Valdora was left aside, but he was happy because his sisters were so focused on the new sibling that they forgot him a little, even if he is sad for not being able to teach some of his tricks to his younger brother. Chapter 2. Velzard Pov. It has already been a few centuries since my brother died. So much happened. First, I moved on and started to live with the primordial demon. Not because I love him, don't misunderstand me, the one I love most is Rimuru and no one else. The only reason for me to be with this demon is that he is the only one who can keep up with me. And I also want to monitor him since he was appointed as the mediator by Big Brother. Secondly, Valgrand started to live with a human hero who also happened to be Lucia's brother. And lastly, my new little brother Rimuru will earn his name after he spoke his first word. We also discovered that he is a prodigy, not a normal one at that. He easily learns everything we teach him, and now he is known as the Star Emperor Dragon Rimuru. This title is a tribute to Veldanava. And God knows how strong he will become. After only some centuries, he can already beat most of the demon lords. But one thing is sure. He can already kill me with his cuteness. I don't think I will be able to refuse him something if he asks me. Returning to the present, I am watching my little angel eat a small cake made by Rain. He likes food. I can see it since Rain and him have been closer. Maybe I should learn how to cook. We are currently in the ice castle, on my balcony, with a clear view of the ice continent. During those centuries, Valgrand and I shared the education of Rimuru, not wanting Valdora to corrupt him. And with that, Rimuru became a serious boy who still acts like a child in front of us, his sister, but in front of Gaia Rudra, he is like a real man. At least more than Valdora. I can proudly say that he is my pride. But there is one thing that can be considered his strongest weapon. He is way too cute. To the point when I just want to spoil him. Naturally, I held back because it was bad for his education. Even so, I can't help wanting to hug him. In his dragon form, he is still a baby as tall as a child, with a dark blue scale and golden eyes, the cutest thing I ever saw. And with some training, he reached a human form at a very young age. When I say he is a prodigy, I don't joke around. Even though I took more time to make my human form, he did it naturally. The same day, we held a big feast. Oops, I got out of the way, coming back to our subject. In his human form, he has blue hair and yellow eyes. He got his look from Valgrand. I was so jealous at that time, but it's fine now. As he gained a human form, he started to be even cuter. We would always run around with a smile. If anyone dares to break his smile, I'll end their existence. This is the promise I made to myself. Oh? Oops, it seems I got too immersed in my thoughts and let my aura out since Rimuru came hugging me. Rimuru. Don't be mad, Nisan. He squealed while making his puppy eyes say, "Arg." Critical hit. Now I want to hug him and never let go. Velzard. Don't worry, I'm not mad at all. I patted his head as he nodded cutely. Must protect, must protect. But every good thing came to an end. While I was admiring Rimuru's cuteness, someone landed beside us. TCH, wrong timing. Valgrand Pov. Hello, as you know, I am Valgrand the Scorched Dragon. I am currently on my way to retrieve my precious little brother Rimuru, since it's my turn to take care of him. If only Velzard didn't get in my way, Rimuru would always be with me. Well, I can't be mad at her, just look at this cute child. Any girl would fall for him. And this is not something I can accept. Some centuries ago, I was fascinated by a human hero who was a stepmother of our family because of his bond with Lucia. I chose to follow him out of curiosity, but my priority was still Rimuru. If it were not for him, I might have fallen for Rudra. It's a shame, but Rimuru will always be number one in my heart. No one can make him cry, otherwise, I'll make them pay. He is too cute, it will be a crime to hurt him. As I thought I finally reached the ice castle, I instantly went toward my two siblings and said, I can't wait to see you, Rimuru. I landed on a balcony and saw Velzard patting Rimuru's head, who seemed to enjoy it. Don't tell me. Immediately, my blood started to boil, and my pupils dilated. Velgrand. Our Velzard, you sure are enjoying my little brother's company. Velzard. What are you talking about, Velgrand? It's normal for the big and his favorite sister to pass the time with him. A tick mark appears on my head. Favorite. If anyone is his favorite, then it's me. Velzard was wearing a smug smile while looking at me. I want to rip her apart. But before one of us could act, the little angel spoke. Rimuru. Favorite. Is Milim here? Dirt Pav. The next moment, the two dragon sisters fell to the ground and started to tear up. Their hearts were just broken by their innocent younger brother. Yes, after the deaths of Veldanava and Lucia, their daughter Milim Nava was so sad that she went on multiple rampages. She didn't get any time with them, and before she knew it, they were dead. But soon she met the youngest true dragon, who later gained the same star title as his father. They became friends quickly and played a lot together when Velzard and Velgrand weren't there. Flashback. Inside the ice castle, we could see multiple figures standing over a sleeping girl. Among them, Velzard and Guy were here, looking at an exhausted Milim. Guy was heavily injured as he had to fight Milim for days. She has been rampaging around since the death of her parents, and even more after the human killed her pet. So when she goes out of control, Guy and Velzard stop her. Guy. She is troublesome. Velzard. You can't blame her. The demon groaned as he fell to the ground. Guy. I am out, so take care of her now. Velzard. Yeah, just get out of the room and don't go near Rimuru. Guy. Whatever. After that, some time passed until Milim woke up. Milim Pav. I slowly opened my eyes as memories of before I fell unconscious appeared in my mind. So Guy stopped me again. Why am I alone? Why did everyone I love die? I clenched my fist as the door opened. Milim. Anfeltz. I thought it was Anvelzard since I could sense a true dragon core, but to my surprise, it was a little kid. I stayed quiet as we stared at each other. Who is he? And why do I feel a familiar presence in him? Rimuru. Iido, are you Milim? He broke the silence with a question. Milim. Yes, it's me. Immediately a star appeared in his eyes, and he jumped into my arm. Rimuru. So you are really Milim. I wanted to meet you. Milim. Wait. Who are you? I separated myself from his hug and held him by the arm. He is rather cute. Rimuru. Well, Velzard. I wanted to talk about you sometime, so I wanted to meet you. Milim. Velzard. Rimuru. MMH. He nodded while smiling. Suddenly, I felt a warm feeling inside me, like the coldness and loneliness I had felt earlier never happened. Rimuru. Say, Milim ni, can you play with me? Milim. You. I was a little hesitant since all the people I became close with eventually died. Seeing my hesitation, he pouted and started to tear up. Rimuru. What? Perhaps you don't like me. I panicked as he started to cry. And no, this is not what I mean. Milim. No, you misunderstood. And yes, we can play together. Rimuru. Oh really? Milim. Yeah. Rimuru. Yada. Immediately, Rimuru cheered up like the kid he is. Dirt Pav. After that month passed, when Velzard or Velgrand would be occupied, Milim would come to pass the time with Rimuru. They grew close to each other, to the point where Milim considered him a real family member. Not like with the other true dragon, with whom she has a neutral relationship but a real family. Sometime later, Rimuru also stated that she was his favorite. Flashback end. But even with this relationship, they didn't get to see each other that much because of Velzard and Velgrand's overprotective attitude. Velzard Pav. Milim this brat didn't even visit me until now, and she is the favorite of my little Rimuru. It's better than Vildor, but why her? It should have been me. I can see Velgrand becoming more and more pale. This child, what a heartbreaker. And he is still a child. What kind of cute angel will he be when he is an adult? I hope not too many girls fall over him. I wouldn't want to make a massacre. Noticing our condition, he put his hand on his head, taking a thinking pose. Rimuru. Ah, yes. Don't worry, I love Velgrand and Velzard too. Boom. Struck in my heart. How can someone be so cute? I went to hug him but was beaten by Velgrand. Damn it. Velgrand Pav. You're my favorite sibling too. I hugged him so tight that I could feel the shape of his body. Yes, he loves me, so I am the best, right? No wait, he also said Velzard. Well, I'm sure he loves me more. I was still hugging him while getting glared by Velzard. Take the switch. I turned around and smiled at her as the room got colder. Rimuru. Stop this, Nisan, and explain why it felt suddenly so cold. Valgrind. Don't worry about that, for now you are coming with me to the Eastern Empire. Rimuru. But I don't want to. I don't like Rudder-san. Hearing him, I froze in place. He doesn't like Rudder. This is bad, but if I had to make a choice, then. Valgrind. Don't worry, we will visit some human country to pass the time. Rimuru. Really? Valgrind. Yes. Rimuru. Yeah. I will no longer be bullied by Guy-san. Valgrind and Valzard. What? Bullied and Guy? My little brother was bullied. Valgrind. Explain yourself. Rimuru. Oh yes, well, Guy-san always grabs me by the foot and shakes me while laughing. Valzard. But why didn't you defend yourself? Rimuru. Because he said that I would soon be his little brother-in-law, and that I needed to respect him. I am not strong enough to beat him right now. Valzard's face darkened. His little brother-in-law, did he intend to become a true dragon? This is not possible. Or did he intend to marry? My anger just grew. Bully my precious brother, then want to marry my sister. He is dead for sure. Even if I am not on the best terms with Valzard, she is still my sister. Valgrind. Valzard, can you lead me to Guy, please? Valzard. I was about to invite you. Valgrind. Rimuru-chan, stay here and wait for us, okay? Rimuru. Hai. Rimuru Pav. They just left the room to find the red primordial. I went a little too far, huh? It was my first time lying to my sister, and I was a little nervous, but it went well for me, at least. Sorry, Guy-san, I pray for you to stay alive. But I did tell you not to steal my food, or you will regret it for the rest of your life. I sat down with a smile and continued my drink while hearing some screams from the other side of the castle. What a wonderful day. Rimuru. I can't wait to visit a human country. Chapter 3. Rimuru Pav. After Guy-san got punished, I left with Valgrind, and as promised, we went to human country. And so we have been traveling for a month now. Human food tastes good. 1 week or two, I'll go with Valgrind when Valgrind teaches me about human culture. We visited many different countries, and it was interesting, I guess. Sometimes Valzard will join us, and Valgrind will return to Rudder-san. He is a weird guy, I don't like him. He is like Guy-san, I am sure I'll never acknowledge them as brothers. During our trip, many things happened, I even got kidnapped once. They told me that they would give me a new type of food, so I followed them. Well, I thought humans were all good people, but I guess some are evil. Flashback. I was walking around in this human city with Valgrind. These last days have been so much fun. At least more than staying in the ice castle and studying. Passing by a food stand, I stopped dead in my tracks. What is this? I stared at this unknown food with a star in my eyes. Valgrind. This is a mix of meat and chicken, pretty famous in this town. Seeing my expression, Valgrind explained to me, it looks so good. Rimuru. Can I have one, please? Valgrind. Sure, sweetie. And so I sat down on a bench while Valgrind went into the line. I can't wait to taste that. I smiled while humming one of the Vezard-san songs she often sang when I was younger. Rimuru. I wish I could see Melm's thoughts. Suddenly, I felt 3 small and weak warriors approaching me. MMH. Hello little boy. Rimuru. MMH hello, mister. Call me Paul. Rimuru. Okay, Paul, so what do you want? Paul. Well, we saw you staring at the food stand, so why not come with us so we can let you taste our new prototype of food? So he is a food merchant and a new prototype of food. I'm interested now. Rimuru. Okay, let me just call my sister. Paul. No, just come with us, it won't take long. Rimuru. Well, if you say so. I just accepted as I got really curious. I wonder what food they will show me. I smiled and followed him with his 2 men. Valgrind Pav. It's so cool and good to be alone with Rimuru. If only Valzard didn't get in the way. She is too annoying, always trying to steal my Rimuru. I wish we could spend more time like this. Valgrind. I'm back. I call Rimuru while coming back with 2 small plates in my hand. Where is he? Valgrind. Something fishy is here. I let the 2 plates fall and tracked Rimuru. His aura is outside the town, huh? Along with him, 5 more auras can be felt. My eyes narrowed as I took my dragon form. This will cause some chaos, but I don't care anymore. Valgrind. Whoever you are, I'm going to exterminate you. Rimuru Pav. After some walking, me and Paul-san reached a sort of abandoned factory. Strange. Rimuru. Are we still far away? Paul. No, it's just here. He grinned and indicated to me to sit on a half-broken chair. This is sus. Maybe they're trying to kidnap me. I tilted my head and decided to look more into it. I wouldn't want to misjudge someone by his cover. Bandit 1. He's a very pretty boy boss. Paul. Yeah, I am sure those greedy nobles of Farmyth will like it. Bandit 2. We touched a jackpot. After 5 minutes, I finally came out of my thought. Why are they laughing? Did I miss something? Bandit 3. After that, we can have the feast of our lives. Bandit 4. Yeah. Fortune will be ours. Hahaha. MMH. So they are talking about food. As expected, they are good guys. I am sure their new dish will be a great success. I nodded 2 times and went to them. Rimuru. So, where can I eat? They all turned to me before grinning madly. Paul. Right here. He lightly pushed me in the back. I can't wait. Dirt Pov. At the same time, one of the bandits wields a bat. Bandit 1. Sorry, kid, but it's for money. He grinned with the intent of knocking him off. Rimuru. Why is he swinging this at me? Maybe a sort of ritual before eating. But the moment the bat hit Rimuru's head, it bounced back. Bandit 1. Bandit 2/3 4. All the bandits' eyes whitened in shock. Rimuru. Is this some kind of ritual? Paul. How did you do that? Rimuru. MMH. Do what? Paul gritted his teeth before taking a random metal bar beside him. Paul. Those incompetent trash, I'll take care of him myself. Just go to sleep. Rimuru. Why is he angry now? But once again, nothing went as planned in this. Oops, sorry, I am watching a video on Madar. Before Paul could approach more, the entire wall behind him exploded, revealing a big red dragon head. Belgrand. GRRR, where is Rimuru? The bandits spit on themselves as the area started to burn. Rimuru. Nissan. Belgrand. Oh, you are here. What happened? Their voice immediately softened, seeing her cute angel safe. Rimuru. Well, those kinds of misters told me to follow them so they could show me a new dish. Belgrand. I see. Appearing calm on the outside, she slowly rolled over Rimuru, encircling him with her serpent body. Belgrand. Just stay here. Rimuru. Okay. The innocent Rimuru just complied and sat on the ground as everything went black. Belgrand formed a protective sphere around Rimuru with her body and glared at the bandits. Belgrand. Now pay for the consequences. She made a roar, heating the entire area. Pillars of flame appear from the ground, destroying everything. The attack was so large that almost every town near it got burned, and the weather on the entire continent was affected. Rain fell heavily for a short amount of time before it evaporated because of the heat. You could say the atmosphere has become hell. Rimuru. It's fun, When it was chaos outside, Rimuru was playing with a small torch created with his magic. Flashback end. Rimuru Pov. I didn't know what happened after Velgrand came, but I knew for sure. That Velgrand killed them and burned everything around. Unfortunately we were not in a town, so there was not much collateral damage. But still, I didn't get any of the food I wanted. MMPHF. As for now, I am standing beside my sister, looking at a town from a hill. All was perfectly calm, and nothing could go wrong. Until... Belgrand. We have to go back to the Eastern Empire for some time. Rimuru. This shocked me, as I still haven't visited everything or seen many things, like the school or the church. I have to find a way to avoid that. Rimuru think. Ah, I know. Rimuru. Nissan, I don't want. Belgrand Pov. My cute little angel just complained about not wanting to go back, but I can't let him here alone. Who knows what kind of weirdo will touch him. My precious little brother is still too young for that. Belgrand. Sorry, but we have to go back just for a month. Rimuru. Can I not travel alone? He made his puppy eyes critical hit. Too cute. Stop, he almost got me there. This will not work on me anymore. Belgrand. No is no. He looked down and started to sob, And soon the sob became a little cry. What did I do? Belgrand, you stupid dumb dragon. Don't make him cry. I panicked a little and hugged him. Belgrand. Sorry, but we have to go back. Rimuru. Nissan is evil, this is why I prefer Velzard. Crack. My heart broke. He prefers Velzard, he prefers Velzard, he prefers Velzard. I am the one who wants to cry now. I fall to my knees and become depressed. Rimuru. I am sure Velzard would have let me travel alone because she trusted me. Not like you. Another hit. Am I a bad sister? Will he hate me? Please, no. No? I don't want that. Belgrand. So if I let you travel, then you will not hate me. He looked up and smiled, cute. With that, I gave him a last warning about what to not do. And started to fly back to the Eastern Empire alone. Belgrand. He even kissed me on the cheek. Wait. He got me. I fell right into his trap. But I already gave him my approval. If I go back, he will hate me. Ah, this cute baby got me. I am so proud of him for being a genius, but sometimes it's overwhelming. I sighed and accepted my defeat. If Velzard saw me like this, she would laugh so hard. Rimuru Pov. Yes, I got Velgrand and now I am alone. And on my own. Rimuru. I am already old enough. So what do I do now? I can first go to the Adventure Guild. If I remember correctly, the age required is 12, and I already have 734 years, so it's fine, but I still have the body of an 8-year-old human. Even though my dragon form is small, did Veldanovanai create me like that, so I will never be taller. This is one of my complexes. I was insulting whoever gave me this short body, even if I still hadn't finished growing while walking toward the guild. And after 5 minutes, I entered the set building, and all eyes landed on me. Why are they so tall? I cursed in my mind while analyzing them, they are all weak. This continued until a woman came to me. Receptionist. Hello, little boy, what might you need? Rimuru. I want to be an adventurer. She looked at me and everyone burst into laughter. TCH. Don't laugh, I can easily kill an S-rank monster and destroy this entire country. I can even scratch my sister. Seeing my glare, the receptionist stopped and looked at me. Receptionist. Sorry, but you are a little too young for that. Rimuru. Isn't the age required 12? Receptionist. Yes. Rimuru. Then it's fine, I'm already 16. They all laugh at me. I am more than 700, but if I say that, they will not believe me at all. So 16 is good, but it seems like too much for my body. They continued mocking me for a while. I was about to blow them away but was stopped by a girl with a mask. Unknown girl. Sorry, but this kid is with me. Receptionist. Hiro-sama. Hiro-sama, if I remember correctly, the hero is the hope of the human race. They are considered the strongest humans and are famous around the world. I can also feel a presence similar to Rudra-san. But why is she helping me? I looked at her face covered by this mask and grimaced. Her aura is concealed by this mask. But for me, concealment like that is nothing. I activated my dragon eyes and stared at her more intensively. She is strong. I'll probably lose to her in a fight. This is bad. I heard that heroes are the enemies of monsters, and dragons are categorized as monsters. Receptionist. Sorry for the disturbance, Hiro-sama. I will take my leave now. Hiro. Yes, sorry for the trouble, and you come with me. I nodded nervously and followed her. How's there someone as strong as my sister here? We sat at a restaurant nearby, and she started questioning me. Chloe Pov. I was doing some quests so I could make myself a good reputation as a hero. I also need to find a way to beat Yuki. Hinata is with me too, so I don't feel lonely. Chloe. Which quest should I take now? Hinata. Just take an orc subjugation. Chloe. Yeah. I was about to take the quest poster. But suddenly a laugh and mockery could be heard. A new adventurer getting bullied. I sighed and went toward the commotion. I then saw a child with blue silver hair and yellow eyes. Anyone would see him as a normal human kid, but I am not a fool. He is not human. His aura is similar. No, his magic looks greater than that of any true dragon. He might be weaker than them right now. But his potential is unbelievable. For now, he must be a true demon lord threat. Stronger than Ramin is, I think. I went to help him more likely save the adventure guild. And later we sat down in a restaurant. Chloe. So, who are you? I asked gently because he looked like a kid who hadn't even reached adulthood, but his energy tells me the opposite. Rimuru. My name is Rimuru, and you? Chloe. Call me Chloe, I am a human hero. Now can you tell me who you are? Rimuru. Sure, but you have to promise to keep it secret. Cough. Secret? Is he some sort of noble? Chloe. Sure, but can I ask why? Rimuru. Because my sister will be mad at me. So he has a sister. At the same time, the waiter came and gave us some snacks. I thanked the waitress and brought my attention back to Rimuru, only to see him drooling at the snacks. Chloe. You can eat if you want. Rimuru. Really? Chloe. Why yeah. He almost jumped on the snacks and started to munch them. Cute. Even Hinata is screaming inside my head at how cute he is. Wait. Focus, Chloe. He is dangerous. Chloe. Cough, so can you answer me? Rimuru. Ah yes, I am a true dragon, the youngest one. He continued his meal while I froze at the place. True dragon, but I never heard of him before. Chloe. Huh. So, where are you from? Rimuru. I live with my two sisters, one is on the ice continent, and the other is in the Eastern Empire. So one is at the Demon Lord Guy Crimson's domain, and the other is the most powerful human country, Felsard and Valgrand. Chloe. Is it okay for you to tell me that much? Rimuru. No, but I can't beat you, so I have to submit. Who knows what you might do to me if I lie. So he already knows about my strength. He is still eating cutely while answering my question. Chloe. Say, Hinata, do I look like a bad person? Hinata. Maybe. I cringed at her and looked back at Rimuru. He looks so innocent, but the true dragons are a race where the death of any other living being doesn't matter to them. You can say that the true dragons hold no emotion toward any other race or life that is not close to them. Rimuru. Can I ask you a favor? Chloe. Huh. Yeah, sure. His eyes glowed up as he took my two hands between his own. What is he doing? He then looked at me with puppy eyes and said, too cute. Rimuru. Please let me accompany you on your adventure. I was surprised by this unexpected request. But is this okay? Chloe. Why? Rimuru. You are a hero, so you travel a lot, right? I nodded, and he continued. Rimuru, I want to see more about this world, and the better way is with you. And besides, you don't seem like a bad person. I took a hit at this involuntary hit. I could have more company, but this will just be more trouble for me. He has 2 true dragons as sisters, they might kill me for that. Hinata, take him with you. Chloe, why? Hinata, he may calm Veldora from rampaging, and besides, who in their right mind would refuse something to this cute little creature? She is right. He is way too cute for this world. And since when does Hinata like cute things? But there is another big risk. If Ramirez sees him, I can't even imagine how much Ramirez tortures him with a hug and more. Even if he is a boy, well, I just have to protect him, and everything's good, right? Chloe, okay, but just don't run around too much, okay? Rimuru, yes, thank you. I love you so much. He hugged me and my heart almost stopped beating. Is he some kind of cheat code in this world? Or does he have a special skill? Even Hinata is blushing and muttering something like I must protect. Well, it's not that bad to have a cute dragon with us. Chapter 4. Chloe Pav. It has already been 2 months since Rimuru started to travel with me, and there is one thing I can say for sure. He is too cute. And when I say cute, it is beyond cute. If he were a little older, I might fall for him. Well, older, maybe not just his appearance, like he is over 700 years old. He also met Hinata some time ago, and they became quite close. It's the first time I saw Hinata open herself to someone that much. She even tried multiple times to forcefully take control of my body. Flashback. We are actually in Ingratia after finishing a simple subjugation quest. I decided to rest for the rest of the day. Well, the truth is that I wanted to observe Rimuru a little more. Chloe, he is so cute when asleep. Hinata, agree. I stroked Rimuru's head while he slept on my lap. This became my favorite activity. Suddenly, I felt like losing the use of my body. Chloe, what's weird is that my body still moved without doing anything. This feeling is like when Hinata. Chloe, Hinata, what are you doing? Hinata, just let me pat Rimuru a little. This surprised me since she had never done that before. But this is my body. I gritted my teeth and forcefully took control of my body back. Chloe, it's my body, so don't do that again. I growled at her a little. I purposely rested today so I could spend more time with Rimuru. It's not Hinata who will waste my time. Flashback end. After this day, my relationship with Hinata degraded a little, and she got me to comply with her request. I have to let her take control of my body one day every 2 weeks. At least it's better than her forcing. Putting that aside, during those 2 months, we completed some quests in different towns and countries. I also learned many things about my cute little Rimuru, like, he doesn't even try to hide anything from me. First, during our first quest, I learned that Rimuru is strong. In fact, he can probably put up a very good fight with Ramirez or maybe beat her. The only thing he lacks is experience. But this is not a big problem since he is extremely smart. To compensate for his weakness, I decided to teach him some useful spells, which he'll learn in a few minutes. I feel like a big sister who watches his little brother grow. Growing a little too fast, if you ask me. Secondly, I noticed that he likes food to the point where he could go on a rampage for it. Well, I can somehow understand him. I wouldn't want my food stolen, but still, the best moment is when I feed him. He is just way too cute. With his cheek moving slowly as he mashed the food. I am so jealous of the true dragon for having such a lovely creature. Maybe I should try to integrate their family. I might fall for him if this continues. And another good thing is that he is the best hug pillow. Smooth and soft, he doesn't care at all, so because of this, I developed a small addiction to sleeping while hugging him. Chloe, such a cute baby, I might adopt you and keep you for myself. Hinata, keep me apart. I ignored Hinata and slowly closed my eyes. I can't wait for tomorrow. But suddenly I sensed 2 big oars coming here. Those oars are. I quickly took my sword and kissed Rimuru on the forehead before jumping out of the window. I then proceeded to run toward a plane outside the city and waited a little before these 2 people landed in front of me. Chloe, so why do 2 true dragons come in a human city? In front of me, there are Velsard and Valgrand. I expected them to come, but not together. Did they plan their arrival? Are they here to kill me? After noticing me, they shot an ice-cold glare at me. I might need to fight them. Valgrand, so you are the one who kidnapped my little Rimuru. Velsard, I can understand now, you are very strong, and he can't beat you. As expected, humans are still greedy, kidnapping kids. Chloe, wait, I didn't do anything. Velsard, shut up. Where is my little brother? This is bad. They don't listen to me at all. This is a huge misunderstanding. I guess talking wouldn't work with them, but the problem is, I can beat 1, but 2 is another thing. Well, I can just give Rimuru back to them. TCH, for now, I have to calm them down. After that, Rimuru can explain to them, and everything will be fine. Chloe, Rimuru is sleeping in an inn inside the city. Valgrand, don't lie, you human. Why would you want to sleep with a kidnapper? Chloe. I didn't kidnap him. Velzard. TCH, then why would you be with him? Chloe. He wanted to follow me, so I just accepted him. At this, her glare intensified. The tension grew even more. Damn it. His sister is annoying and crazy. Valgrant. This makes no sense. So stop lying. Chloe. This is why he wanted to travel alone and not with your annoying sister. I can see their faces turning red out of anger. So this is their weakness. How big is their little brother complex? Not as if I don't understand them, Rimuru is just too cute. Velzard. Well, she does have a point. My cute little Rimuru must hate traveling with you, Valgrant. Valgrant. Shut up. I am a better sister than you. Velzard. Better. You fall into his trap and abandon him in a human city. Valgrant. GRR, I didn't abandon him. I just wanted to be a good sister and don't make him cry. They were now arguing with each other. Did they forget me? This annoyed me a little, so I was about to interrupt them until someone started to pull my sleeve. Rimuru. Chloe Nee, why did you leave me? He asked me while rubbing his eyes. Did we wake him up? Chloe. Well, you sisters visited us, so I was just greeting them. Rimuru. Sisters. He looked around, and immediately his face lit up. Cute. Rimuru. Velzard Nee, Valgrant Nee. Hearing his voice, the two sisters stopped everything. Velzard and Valgrant. Rimuru-chan. They hugged each other and said, family reunions are quite beautiful to see. But why do I feel jealous? Chloe. Hinata, stop trying. It's my body. Hinata. Is she just Pat? How much did you change in 2 months? I knew it, she has a weak spot for cute things. Velzard. Are you okay? Did this kidnapper hurt you? Rimuru. Kidnapper. Valgrant. Yes, this human. She pointed her finger at me and said, I am not. He tilted his head and looked at me like I was realizing something. Tell them I am not. Rimuru. Chloe Nee is not a kidnapper. Chloe. Yes, yes. Velzard Pav. I glared at this human hero and said, did my little brother call her Nee-san? Velzard. What is your relationship with her, Rimuru? Rimuru. She is my friend. Velzard. Just a friend. Rimuru. Yes, and I love her. Crack. He loves her, huh? Velzard. More than me. Rimuru. I don't know, but it's more fun with her. Velzard. Rai Rimuru. I want to cry now. TCH, I will not let a random girl take my Rimuru away. And besides, I don't know what she might do to my innocent brother. And she is still too young to do the deed. Velzard. Valgrant, say something. I wanted Valgrant's help, but she was on the ground, her body all white. What the hell? Valgrant Pav. Rimuru loves a random girl more than us. It's all my fault. If I just take him back with me from 2 months ago, then everything will be fine right now. And our promise. Did we forget? Flashback. I was taking a bath with my little brother. He is so cute. He is between my legs while I am washing his hair. He seems to enjoy it, he. Valgrant. Do you like it? Rimuru. Yes. He was tilting his head cutely while burying it deeper in my hand. It's bad for my heart. Rimuru. I wish I could stay like this forever. Valgrant. Really? He nodded. Yes, I am the best sister. We then got out of the bath and went to sleep, only for someone to knock at the door. Soldier. Valgrant-sama. His Majesty wants to see you. Valgrant. I see. I replied coldly, and immediately the soldier went away, scared. And so I prepared myself to meet Rudra TCH during my time with Rimuru. Can't you choose another time? After some time, I was ready to leave the room, but before that, Rimuru held my hand. Rimuru. What does Rudra-san want? Valgrant. I don't know. Rimuru. Do you love him? My face reddened a little at the unexpected question. Did someone corrupt my cute child? Valgrant. No, why do you ask? Rimuru. I heard some soldiers talk about your marriage with him, and I don't like it. Marriage with Rudra. It may not be that bad. But why would he not like it? Valgrant. Why? Rimuru. Because I don't like Rudra. He doesn't like him. This is not good. Valgrant. Is there any reason for you to dislike him? Rimuru. Because he doesn't deserve Valgrant Nee. Oh, he is so cute. So he is worried about me. But this can be a good opportunity. I can take a few steps ahead of Velzard. Valgrant. Then why don't we make a promise? Rimuru. Valgrant. As long as this promise is here, I will not fall in love with Rudra. Rimuru. Yes, what the promise? Valgrant. When you are old enough, you have to marry me. Rimuru. Is that all? I nodded as he smiled happily. I can't wait to see Velzard's reaction. Rimuru. Then it's fine, I love Nee-san. He is too cute. I will not let anyone have him, I have to protect him from the other girl now. Flashback end. No? I'm sure he didn't forget. And besides, he is still too innocent for love. Valgrant. Rimuru, did you forget our promise? Rimuru. He tilted his head to think, please tell me you didn't forget. Rimuru. Oh, yes. I have to marry Nissan when I grow up. Velzard and Chloe. What? Safe, he didn't forget. I sighed out of relief. Velzard. What does this mean? Rimuru. Well, Velgrin and I made a promise. If I marry her, then she will not do anything with Rudra-san. Velzard looked at me coldly and said, take this. I am the best, I smiled proudly while taunting her, I am also the smartest. Chloe. Wahoo, you are broken. Velgrind. Shut up, you thief of a little brother. Chloe. I am not. We glared at each other, I will not let my little brother go to her. Velzard. You too, shut up. Her voice was so cold that we immediately stopped moving. I never saw her like that before. Even I am a little scared. Velzard. You dare play with my baby's innocence. Velgrind. What? She slowly walked to me, but before anything happened, our angel spoke. Rimuru. Don't fight each other. He stood between us while spreading his arm cutely. Velzard quickly lost her cold look and hugged him, tch. Velzard. Anything for you, my cute baby. Rimuru. You hug me too tight. Velzard. It's fine, come, we go back to the ice continent. No, he came back with me. I put my hand on Velzard's shoulder and smiled sweetly. Velgrind. He came with me. Velzard. Get off your hand. Chloe Pav. They were now arguing again. But Rimuru will come with me. And he looks uncomfortable right now, getting bodied by two violent sisters. Chloe. Sorry, but why don't you let him choose? They glared at me, then at Rimuru. Velzard and Velgrind. Fine. Chloe. So with whom do you want to go? He put his hand on his head and thought, he will choose me, for sure. Rimuru. With Chloe need because it's funnier. The two dragons fall on their knees. This is quite a sight, two of the strongest beings in this world in a pathetic state like that. 3nd Pav. After another hour of talk which they tried to convince their little brother, the two true dragons reluctantly left. Not without giving a last warning to Chloe. Do not let anyone ruin my little brother's innocence. Or make him cry, and I will personally end you. And the adventures of the strongest hero and the cutest dragon continue.